Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Elusive Target, set in Sapienza. And the contract ID is currently up on the screen for anyone who wishes to have a go, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Sandy Software 5. So today's briefing, as there isn't one, we will say that our targets today have broken a few rules, upset a few people, and revenge is sought. So today we have 5 targets available to us. 4 of them look like identical twins, 2 of them quite possibly are, but we have no stipulations on how we go about dispatching them. So for today's challenge, we will be starting undercover as a guard in the mansion, and we're going to bring with us some lethal poison, a silenced pistol, and the remote igmatic gas grenade. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to remain exactly where we are and read this riveting article on shoes in the newspaper here, while we wait for Francesca DeSantis, you can see there in the white coat, and her bodyguards to vacate the area. So you can see here are a number of our targets, all relatively localized. One of them is right there on our right. He's just following Francesca now. So we're just going to wait for the enforcer to follow along behind rather slowly as he was finishing his cigarette. But once he has moved away, we can then finally stand up. We're going to make our way over to the back of the garden area here, around to our right and into the security room, where we will locate our first target. And unfortunately for me, or more likely him, he turned around at just the wrong moment. So we're going to dump his body out the window, and before we follow, we're going to grab the rat poison from the case here, and then jump out the window after our victim and hide him in the crate provided. So as you saw, one of our targets actually frequents this area. So while I'm here, I'm just going to take out the cameras. We only have one really to avoid later on, but it's not an important one. So from here we're going to make our way up to the attic and retrieve ourselves a propane cylinder through just round to the left here, and then retrace our steps back downstairs. And as I was saying, one of our targets makes their way over to this area and they drink from this bottle. So we're going to add our rat poison to the bottle, not our lethal poison. And we're now going to cut through this room and out the doors to our right here to avoid all of the enforcers inside. And we're just going to wait around in the corner of the balcony section here for Francesca to leave her office. Now we will be waiting around for Francesca a number of times. We are sort of planning our route around her, so once she leaves an area we move in and eliminate a target. So Francesca is now going to make her way back out onto the rear garden area. We're going to make our way into Francesca's office bathroom and place our propane cylinder on the floor. We'll come back for that later. So once we've done that, we can then hide in the crate provided, and we're waiting for one of Francesca's bodyguards, our target there, to take his drink, which he has just done, and he's going to make his way to this bathroom to be sick. So he's going to head over this direction, and we're going to wait here and keep an eye on the door for his arrival. And when he does arrive, we're going to wait for the door to close before emerging from our crate, and we will then initiate the kitten picture. So that's 2 targets down, 3 to go. We're gonna collect up everything the guard here has dropped and hide his body in the crate. We are not finished with this room just yet. So we're gonna make our way back out onto the porch area here and just around to the balcony section, and we're just gonna hug this corner right here. And once again we are going to wait for Francesca to go through her routine through her office and for her to make her way back through the bedroom. So there she goes now. Just remember to wait for her slow bodyguard, who is the enforcer. But once he's safely gone through, we can approach the doors just ahead of us here. We're gonna wait for them to close before opening them, and you can see our target is just inside the room there. So we're gonna throw our eggmatic gas grenade against the floor just outside the room to get his attention, and when he comes to investigate we can trigger the gas device, and he will also go to Francesca's office bathroom to be sick. So all we have to do is follow him there. So once he gets into the room, of course you can eliminate him any way you see fit, but I quite like kittens, so let's see another one. So 3 targets down and 2 more to go. So we're going to leave his body there. We're going to retrieve our propane cylinder, and we're going to head out of Francesca's office and down the stairs to the entrance hall, and just off to the left hand staircase as you would enter into the building we will find our 4th target. So we're just going to place our propane cylinder on the floor there by his feet, and not too close to the wall because we're going to be taking our shot from the opposite side of the entrance hall, namely from this room here. So we're just going to hug the wall, open the doors, make sure we can see the propane cylinder. We can, and we're just going to wait for the serving staff lady here to move away to a new location, not quite so close to us, and she's going to head off over to the corner of the room there, which is ideal. So all we have to do now is explode the propane cylinder. And that one brought the house down. So from here we need to make our way to the garden area, and I'm being cautious, but I've actually forgotten that I've taken the cameras out, and it's at this point I remember, and I'm thinking to myself, yay, I don't have to take out the camera at the observatory. So we're going to run all the way to the rear of the property and down towards the pool area. I suggest going down the stairs just to our right there, just to avoid any potential enforcers in this area. We're going to approach the table by the pool, crouch down and add our lethal poison. So at this point you can make your way to the nearest exit and await the golf instructor's fate, Mr. Roberto Vargas. But for the purposes of the video, I have chosen to stick around. So down goes our 5th and final target, and all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape. And we have no enforcers down here to worry about and no cameras, so we can just run directly for the main entrance, and just off to our right we will find a waiting car. So there we go, one more featured contract taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.